Hi, Dan.
Hey, how are you?
We have met before.
We have met
How are
before.
you?
I know.
Hi,
Yeah.
how are you?
Nice to meet you
Just
again.
hang on a second. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Excuse me.
So, okay, we talked to Sean. He loved it, right? Yeah, no, we should. Yeah, she's there. We talked.
I need to be confident.
No, it's good.
I need to be confident.
John liked it, right?
She did. She said, "Set it up. Okay, we can actually speak that. I want to be confident,
Yeah.
and I want to know that our script is fucking brilliant. And
Well-
I feel like we have to sell an idea.
No, yeah.
We have to sell an idea.
Yes, we do.
Hi,
So,
guys. Sorry.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Do you guys want
Alright.
water or anything? Just some juice?
I'm good,
or-
thank you.
I'd like some water, please, if that's okay.
No problem. Okay. Hang on a
cool.
second.
Cool.
Do you really want?
Oh,
I'd like to be
dear.
able to, my voice is,
Hey, Tanya. Can you bring in some water, please? Would you like San Pellegrino or Evian?
Oh, whatever's fine with me.
You said grape juice. You had grape. I would.
I
Do you like
well,
grape juice?
I
I'd
would
like
Yeah,
some
okay,
grape.
yeah. Can you just bring in? Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry,
I just have come in from a whirlwind of meetings. Just give me a second to catch
For
up.
sure.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
let's just catch up ourselves, too.
Yeah.
Can you pass me a pen?
Okay, so I've actually had some pretty remarkable feedback actually from John. I guess your focus session went really well, and
Yeah.
he had a lot of really interesting things to say. I think, I think that once you relaxed and you were with John, who I really trust with my life.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is. And he had a lot of really good things to say. Can you just tell me a little bit about how that experience was for you? Like to talk to him about who you think your audience is? I think that's really critical.
Do you mind?
No, you go ahead.
John was one thing that I learned a lot from it is that we, as much as I am an idealist and that I want a lot of things, that John, for both of us, because I feel like in terms of where we sit right now on this side of the table,
Yeah.
is that we are the idealists sort of on the other side of the table that actually, if I can be so bold as to say, have the money. And that I feel what John brought to the table was a sort of practical insight to actually getting things done. And
Yeah.
I feel John brought, John brought himself. And what we realized in terms of where we were coming to the discussion with is that we didn't actually have the practical mindset.
Yeah.
And yes, we can be artists, and yes, we can be sort of philanthropists, idealists, but there is sadly an extremely practical side to what we want to do.
Exactly.
And what I feel that we need to do is that we need to bring ourselves to every meeting that we have, and that
Yeah.
every meeting that we have is a potential to bring not only our artistic side but our practical side. And what I feel that
I think you probably need to stop when you're ahead. I think that you talking very nice things about John is a good thing. I mean, John had a lot of good things to say about both of you, actually. He said that you were very different and your dynamism was different when you were apart, and it was interesting when you were together. And so I was really interested in the content that was delivered after, I don't know when it was, like a month ago when I asked you to submit your final script. And I have to say, and you can ask Tanya outside, you can ask John, you can ask Cheryl down the hall, like it's not really easy for me to say nice things about
Thank you.
theater school students, and I say that with a generosity of
Thank
spirit,
you.
but I also say it with a rigor.
Yeah.
I don't like the title, and I like to talk about that after.
Okay.
I did really like the very personal issues that you were dealing with your sexual problems at the moment. And I wouldn't just like be patting you on the shoulders, because you with your own issues of like what you're dealing with your own relationship. I think those are very honest things, and I'm interested in the honesty of what you have to give. So now, with that said, tell me about the title of this work. Because, okay, I'm going to just tell you straight out that I'm going to give you some money. I'm going to give you a crew. It's not a lot of money.
Sorry, I'm smiling.
Okay.
No, that's.
I'm
yeah.
actually kind of happy.
I'm going to give you $7,500 and I'm going to give you a crew. So you have $7,500 over and above cash contribution, and I'm going to give you a
Okay.
crew. That's probably about another $4,500 value.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a week. So tell me about what your action plan is. I want to talk about the big plan. I need you to talk about your strategic plan and your agenda, first of all I want to talk about the title. I mean, tell me about this title. It's just dumb at
Okay.
this point, and I need to know.
The
what you're
show.
doing.
The show is an ideal that we are constantly working towards, that our characters are constantly working towards. The show. It is what we. It is essentially the unobtainable in our show, which we are trying to obtain, right? It's this thing that is unnamed, and because it is unnamed, it is unobtainable.
Well, that's more interesting, don't you think?
But we can't write all of that into the title.
Well, but what about unattainable? Or
I
don't. This show.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's a
'cause
bit
I feel
clever.
Like there's if I
I don't think you guys know what to handle with this. Like the success of this. Like, what's your next step here?
If I could be so bold, as I've said before, I think this is potentially a catchphrase. Rick Gervais has his.
Okay.
What's Rick Gervais?
It's okay.
I feel like there is, and can I be so bold as to say, like I feel like that is the crux of my character, is that essentially the show. I honestly don't feel like that. Like I feel like a title, as with our work, is engaging, and I feel we said we didn't want to have the content discussion, but seeing as how you were so generous as to say that we
What
could
is our next step?
we would have money, and I, with open arms,
Accept that.
accept and like
Yeah.
agree, like elated at that fact.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah, they are here actually.
We're here.
Oh, okay.
Who?
I feel kind of embarrassed. It was actually John. He's Dan.
Yes.
John would like to see you in his office, if that's okay.
Yeah. No. That's. Right now.
No, afterwards.
Okay.
I think he has a bit of a crush on you, Dan. See, this isn't working when you get what you want. It's interesting. Sorry, I'm putting it
No.
out there, like, because I'm trying to like actually provide you with like a good positive. It's like I don't think it's as interesting as when you're up against someone who's questioning you. Like I'm giving you what you want.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So the show,
that was an anecdote there. That wasn't really.
but I feel like
I don't. Yeah, go ahead.
But okay, so you don't like the show. So, given the context of the script, I feel like I truthfully do want a title that's not only provocative but very.
Expository of what the show that we're
But
doing
not,
is.
I don't even
That's
want
the thing.
that. I want
whenever we talk about
provocative.
the show, right? And
Yeah, but.
How do you see
I
it
find
like come to fruition? Like, what are you gonna do?
Well, what I think, and I think that we've been talking about this a lot, is
But a title does sort of describe,
yes,
and like when you think Arrested Development,
It's-
it inspires a lot of discussion. And when you watch the show,
I've-
it gives you a.
But do you think the show is the
context.
same proposal? Arrested Development is a proposal.
yeah. I see. I think that the show encompasses actually more than Arrested Development does, because I think the show, it's something that you think the show and you see, like, okay, for example, Mr. Show, okay, which is
So, but can I just
which is
pause?
has nothing.
Can I pause?
please?
Can I just?
Can I just finish this show?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's
No,
just
so-
get right down to the brass
Okay,
tacks.
so I'm
here.
gonna be just so bold as to say.
Oh, geez, that's really old now.
It is. But
Like we're now fast friends, you guys.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
So what I
said we've got $7,500 plus around.
Plus-
Like it's the clown show, don't you think? Like, this is funny here.
But that's the thing. You see the clown show, and you say,
Have you
okay, it's something interesting
seen-
because it's
Don't-
Okay,
it's a
here's
basic.
some terms right there.
don't
Have a
Okay.
look at those
say this
terms.
clown show if you haven't seen the
And-
clown show.
No, but I'm s-
Okay,
Sorry.
have a look